Hi guys. Making pineapple hard candy now. If you was tuned into the previous live, you'll see it does look the same as the previous one, which was mango, just because I use the same colour. You'll be able to see Paul now. This is 160 degrees Celsius. So very hot. So I've just poured this 160 degree hot sugar and glucose mix onto this cold table, and it should start to cool. Thanks for the hearts or likes, guys. It's amazing. So it's just cooling down. When it gets cooler, I'll be able to move these bars away and I'll be able to move it around the table. As it cools down, it will become much more firmer than it currently is. Currently it's in a liquid state. It will start to firm up. The edges will start to go like glass. But this is candy. Pineapple flavoured. It smells gorgeous, as you can imagine. When it cools down a bit more, I'll add the citric acid. That's what this is, which looks like sugar, but it's something that they get from citrus fruits, and that will give the candy slightly sour flavour, but it also brings out the whatever flavours in the candy. Brings out the flavour, makes it taste nicer. Thanks for the hearts. Please share and subscribe, because I'm a new TikToker. This is only about my 10th live, or I think it might be my 11th. So I could do with some followers. So now I'm going to pour on the citric acid, which looks like sugar, but it doesn't dissolve like sugar. I'll just mix that in. That'll do. That's mixed in enough, I think. It smells pretty strong. Pineapple. But you won't want to get your nose too close to it because it will burn. It's probably still over 100 degrees Celsius, so it'll definitely burn you. So it started off as a fluid, and now it's beginning to harden up. That's why I can remove these bars now that was containing the fluid. Stick my face in it. Wow, that looked like a lion. I'll burn it. I have to go to hospital. It's that hot. Probably as hot as a boiled kettle at the moment. If you touched it without gloves on, you'd definitely burn your hand, that's for sure. You'd have to go to hospital. So this is it isn't heated. It needs to be cooled. This table. It starts off hot. So it is cooling down. As it cools, it won't droop so much. It will start to hold its form. Keep giving us some likes, guys, and some follows, please. Thank you. So I'll just move it to the other side of the table where it's cooler, just to cool it down a bit more rapid. It's still quite warm, so you can see it's still drooping. Almost like slime. The temperature right now is probably about 80 degrees Celsius. very hot still. Just about touch it with gloves on at the moment. It's still very hot. Might not look it. Yeah, it's like lava, yeah. Probably not as hot as lava, but looks like lava, doesn't it? Moves like lava. Lava. I'll see if I can do a bubble. For use. It's still a bit hot. I'll try and do a bubble. Just see it start coming here. Can you see that? There's a candy bubble. Quite pretty. There we go. Now I've got a load of sugar glass everywhere. So what I'm going to do when it cools down some more is put it through this machine you see back here. Don't know if you can see it actually. Just there, it's called a drop roller. And I'll put the smaller sheets of candy through this side and they'll come out, and there's little moulds, circular moulds on this roller, and that'll make the small pieces of candy or sweets, depending on where you're from. In the UK we call it sweets, but Americans call it candy. We also call it candy though. Australians, well, if there's any Australians there, I know what it's called in Australia, but maybe you can put a comment down to let everybody else know. In Australia they call them lollies. Believe it or not. Lollies. For us in the UK, a lolly's on a stick, and I think that's what they call them in America too. No, not in Australia. I'm not even sure what a lot of lollies called in Australia. I think so too. So it is getting cooler, still very hot, still probably about 60 degrees Celsius. You won't want to touch it with your bare hand. But I can start cutting it up just with normal scissors into smaller pieces. They're much more manageable and they go through the machine easier. So I've just put them into this size pieces, so it's much more firmer now. And I'll show you how it goes through the machine. Thanks for the likes. If you're not already a follower, please follow. So there'll be a lot more lives and videos coming up on the account. It's only a new account. I'm a new TikToker. If that's what I call it, TikTokers or whatever. Yeah, that'd be good if you could give us a follow. That'd be amazing. Well, I've got 2.7 thousand viewers. That's amazing, man. Not bad for my 10th live stream. I guess people like candy or lollies. So I'm just going to put this first piece through the drop roller, nice and slow. So there's the first one. Somebody told me it looks like salmon. I think it's just because of the colour. I do all sorts of flavours and colours, so they're not all this colour. You can see where they're coming from though. Salmon eggs, yeah. Doesn't smell like salmon though. Thank God. I don't think I'd like that. Stinking a fish. There's a closer look. You can see all the balls of candy. So when it gets hard, all those little balls break into smaller pieces, and that's the candy that you see in your shop, or you purchase online, or wherever you normally get your candy from. Obviously you can get it from our website too. We ship internationally. Sorry if I'm missing some comments. So this is getting a little bit too cool now, so I do have, just out of view, I've got a warm table. And I'll read some comments while that's just warming up a bit. So yeah, please give us some follows, guys. Yes, it's pineapple, that's right. I will drop it, yeah, in a few minutes. When I've finished putting them all through the machine, I'll drop them and you'll see them all breaking up. Yeah, follows and likes are good. It's pineapple drop candy. So now this is warmed up, I can finish putting these through the machine. Here's a long one. It's quite hot, probably about 50 degrees Celsius. Started off at 160 degrees Celsius or around 300 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's cooling down now. It cools down pretty quickly on this cold table. There's your candy. 2 more to go and we can start to break them off. Last one. Yeah, there's the last one. So these are just cooling now. They'll just take a few minutes to cool down. Thanks for the follow. And thanks for the likes. That's amazing. Please follow if you haven't done so already. If you want to see some more candy making live streams. So this is the first one. So this is ready to break up now. You can see it breaks up quite easily. There you go. So you just drop it, it breaks up very easily. And that's why it's called drop candy, because you drop it to break it up. I do usually use a bucket to break them into, but for the sake of the, so you can see it's clear, I'm doing it on the table, which is a bit of a task to make sure they don't go flying off. Delish, yeah, they are delish. If you like pineapple, you can probably imagine what it smells like in here. Pop these bars down to stop it from going flying. So once they're broken up, I kind of scrunch them together to get off the it's kind of like what's called a webbing on the sweets. It's just like the thin candy that after it's gone through the machine kind of keeps it together. So you kind of want that off because they can be a bit sharp. I'll just move these over so you can see the rest of them breaking up. Hi Pat, you can order some in the profile. There's a link to the website and you'll be able to see the other flavours of sweets and colours and different varieties that we do. We ship worldwide. I think every country is on there now, should be. They're not very sharp, no, I just prefer to get the sharp bits off. They just look nicer as well, without the sharp bits on. The next one. It's quite satisfying breaking them up. Who likes pineapple? I think most people do, don't they? I can't pick it up too high and drop it because it goes flying everywhere. There's one. I'll drop it on the top. There. Breaks up quite easily. I don't know if you can really see them when they break on top of the other sweets. I was trying to break them on this table so you can see them a bit easier. Yeah, can you hear the sound quite clearly? I think you can, can't you? I'll have to watch it back and see. I don't normally watch them back. I'll have to work out how. I am very new to TikTok. If you haven't already subscribed or followed or whatever it's called on TikTok, please do so. If you want to see another live, there'll be one on in about an hour's time. It'll be a different sort of sweet, different flavour, different colour. If you catch it early, you'll be able to see me pour the sugar glucose mixture, which is like a liquid, onto the table, which I think is the best part. But this is quite a good part as well, quite satisfying. Thanks for the follow and the likes, guys, really appreciate it. So the sweets are still quite warm, so we just leave them on the table now to cool down further, and then they'll go into bags. Thanks for the likes, guys. So I'll be going offline now. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll have to try one of these later on when I got my gloves off and I'm cleaned up. And if you would like to try them, check out the website. Deliver all over. Thanks for watching. So long. That's okay. Thanks for watching. Bye. Give us a follow again if you like what you see and you want to watch another video coming up soon, later today.